One of the reasons we love beer is the fizz. It's also the reason we love beverages like this, but they can add up over time. If you're kegging your own homebrew, chances are you have everything you need to make your own carbonated water at home for close to nothing and very little time. We're gonna tell you how, so you never have to buy carbonated water again. All right, so let's go over the basic outline. First thing we're gonna wanna do is clean and sanitize a keg. Make sure it's sanitized. We're not boiling anything. We're not putting alcohol in it. So we wanna make sure it's sanitized environment. Preferably purge it with CO2 prior to going into it. So make sure it's clean, sanitized, and ready to fill with your water. The next thing we're gonna do is chill and carbonate it. So put it in your keezer, your kegerator, etc., and put it on some CO2. It's that easy. After it's carbonated, it might take 24, 48 hours, then it's ready to serve and enjoy. Those are the three basic steps, but now let's dive into each one of those a little bit deeper. All right, so let's start with the water, the most important part of carbonated water. Depending on your area, you've probably got really good drinking water. If not, you can go to the store, pick up some water, but again, we're trying to do this cheap, so using your water is the way to go. We recommend running it through a carbon filter, just like if you're using that in your brewing process. Run it through slowly. That allows that carbon filter to really remove all the chlorine, just to make it taste better and more refreshing. Next, let's talk about carbonating. Essentially the same process that you've probably been using to carbonate your kegged beer. You're gonna hook it up to your CO2 source, and you're gonna set your regulator to a set point. There's carbonation charts online. We're shooting for 4 to 5 volumes of CO2, so a lot higher than you've probably done in some of your beers. So you're gonna set it to, depending on the temperature of your liquid, anywhere from 35 to 40 PSI. At that PSI, it should take 24 to 48 hours before it's carbonated. Take a sip, once you're happy with where it's carbonated at, you're ready to serve and enjoy. All right, let's talk about serving and enjoying. We've got CO2 on our keg at 30, 40, 50 PSI, depending on your temperature, your liquid. When you go to pour that out, it's gonna come out violently. Good news is, there's no residual sugar or proteins or anything, so it's not gonna have this massive head. It should reside pretty quickly, like when you're pouring soda, things like that. But one way to solve this is to lower the PSI on your regulator, but there's something called Henry's Law, where it'll then start to basically turn the same volume of CO2 in solution as your head pressure source. So doing that, it's gonna lead to undercarbonated water over time. So that's not the best solution. One of the best solutions is to get a flow control faucet on there, so you can dial back the pressure, still have it under that nice high head pressure, and keep your carbonated water beautifully carbonated, and then still pour it and not have it violently come out of your faucet. So that's one pro tip for pouring carbonated water. All right, it's that easy. Bada boom, bada bing. You're making carbonated water. I love having a non-alcoholic beverage on tap on my kegerator. Carbonated water is awesome to do that. Some other cool things you could do that I've done in the past is make a 5-gallon keg of Tang and carbonate it the same way we just talked about. Or Kool-Aid, things like that. You've got this sparkling flavored beverage on hand. Or some other things you could do is fruit zest or hops. Hop water. Episode coming soon. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.